Welcome to High School Basketball Weekly. I am your host, Glenn Pooh Harding.
And you're here with Brian Reichert, NYC Hoops, baby.
All right, let's start the show.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yes. You have stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online. Buy your tickets cause the game about to start.
Yeah, I had to pull us off Instagram real quick, man, because I was hearing the echo, right?
Okay.
So definitely. Um, how you doing, brother?
All good, my man. I can't believe we're back. Another exciting week of New York hoops, and I'm excited to chop it up, Pooh.
Nah, that's all love, man. We're gonna go hard tonight, as the intro always say. But I want you to start off and kick off the night. As you know, this is the new show, High School Basketball Weekly, with myself and Coach Reinhardt for NYCHoops.net or NY Hoops Rivals. You guys see their posts. You know what they guys do. The number one website for New York City basketball. So he's going to kick off with Coach Reinhardt, and he's going to run down some things. Y'all pay attention because your name may be mentioned and your school may be highlighted.
So first, Pooh, we're going to go over a couple of CHSAA games that took on early in the week, and we're going to shout out St. Ray's with a quality victory over Mount. Kamari White, a red-hot sophomore, leading the team with 12 points. Freshman Anderson Diaz, who we've talked a ton about, had 10 points. Just shows that Rays could win in a variety of ways with a variety of guys, and they're definitely a scary team moving forward. Next game, Stepanak over Holy Cross. Stepanak put it on him. You know, Coach Turnage gave it all he got early on, but Stepanak just too much. You know, Boogie almost a triple-double. Braylon Ritvo, one of the top unsigned seniors still available, 16 points. And potentially the next superstar in the CHSAA, Josiah Jervis, 21 points, putting his name on the map for sure. And Pooh, the last game we want to talk about, Christ the King against St. Francis Prep, because
Please
it was
tell
a
me about that.
smackdown.
Ooh, I heard they dusted St. Francis off, which is, usually comes out very solid. But I heard, things wasn't quite working their way that day.
Yeah, you know, Christ the King just got cooking early. Quinn Fang Pang, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 and 9 shooting, extremely efficient. Dwayne Pierce, 19 points, 12 rebounds. And the introduction of the newest Royal, Cam Ziegler, a junior transfer who we mentioned in the team preview. Yeah, I mean, he had 16 points. He was tremendous, making shots from all over. And Pooh, there were a lot of colleges in the crowd, a lot of D1 guys checking out this game.
How did Big O fare? I heard he really wasn't himself that day, and I heard,
It's
Big
so
Pang
funny
put
you
him
say
on him.
that, Pooh. I was just saying I didn't mention my St. Francis Prep boys who really fought, but just didn't have the oomph. Tyler Michelle, 14. And, you hear things, oh, maybe Big O had an off night. Is 10 and 15 an off night in this league? I mean,
No.
for him, probably. But, still putting up numbers. Had St. John's in the house checking him out. Heard Coach Macon was checking him out. Lemoyne was in the building. Clemson was checking out Pang. And Temple was in to see Markel Lawson. I mean, there were colleges full checking out this game.
Is Pang the best big man in the city?
I think he's probably, in my opinion, one of the best available prospects in the country, too. I mean, just efficient, a guy who could score. I mean, you could throw him in any game in the world, and he could probably go get your bucket. Just one of those type of guys. I mean, super skilled. Coach Arbitello raves about him. You know, is he going to go to St. John's, Pooh? A lot of people are asking me, but we'll see. I mean, he's gonna be very highly recruited.
Well, you know what happened to the last guy from CTK that was opted to go St. John's. So we want to keep our fingers crossed to make sure wherever he lands, he
Yeah,
does a good job there, and they keep him.
absolutely. And then another game I wanted to mention: St. Peter's laying the wood to Cardinal Hayes, and we want to talk about some of the top available guys in the city. Kadir Martin, I know another Martin at the school. Yes, another Martin, and he's bad. 34 points in the game, monster effort. I mean, he probably has 6 or 7 offers. I don't know how it's not 15. The kid can play multiple positions. I'm a huge fan, Pooh.
I love Kadir. Okay, and just talking about the Martin clan. I had his oldest brother on the show, Phil, a while back, man. So salute to the Martin clan, and
Absolutely.
also the younger brother was MVP in the championship here in the Brevard, basketball league. So
Yep.
let's. And I heard they have another little brother, right? Listen, listen. They may be competing with the Marburys,
Listen,
right?
they're going toe to toe with those Marberries, man.
They just need one in the league, and
That's
to
it.
kind of balance it out, right?
That's it. But yeah, so that kind of wraps up the CHSAA breakdown, and we got to skip over to the PSAL because, Pooh, I saw a dogfight. Eagle BK against Brooklyn Collegiate, a fight to the death in double overtime. Brooklyn Collegiate hitting 2 shots at the buzzer just to get there. I mean, absolute war in that game, Pooh. What did you hear? Did you see any of it? Did you hear anything?
No, I just heard about the win. I heard about the intensity of the game, and I heard it was a dogfight all the way through. Brooklyn Collegiate, they're both are well coached. They have some solid players. But listen, I told Coach Malcolm this: if Brooklyn Collegiate could get over that hump,
Yeah.
right, and get into the elite bracket of talent, the programs that they have to go against, I think they're on their way. They
They
just on
really
their way.
are on
They're
their
like
way,
right there.
and they showed it, Pooh. They went toe to toe, and I got to tell you, if they don't have Tyler Edor in foul trouble in this game, I mean, he was extremely efficient. He played absolutely terrific. I think he had like 18 points in like 18 minutes. He was in foul trouble the whole night. Hit a huge, huge three. Him and Flavio were terrific. Torrey hit a big shot. Definitely a program on the rise. And even when Ja'Kai Sanders just didn't have it, not many points in the first half. Couldn't get anything to fall. No foul calls. He hits the game winner just when his team needs it because there were a couple guys missing in that game. Coach told us that there is some disciplinary issues that they're trying to work out with some guys on that team. And when I saw that Eagle press, Pooh, I was super impressed with this team. The length, all the pieces. Eagle BK is going to be tough to beat. I mean, Eddie Muniak, clutch again. Clutch again, Pooh.
How clutch has he been for Eagle, right? He's always going to be remembered for that awesome shot he made at the Barclays Center.
Of course.
But for Ja'Kai Sanders to step in, right, even though not having a good shooting night,
Yeah.
still having the confidence to hit the game winner.
Yeah, and we also got to talk about Eagle got a transfer who made his debut in that game by the name of Chase Beasley, about
Yes.
6'3" combo guard
Canarsie.
from Canarsie. He was fantastic, Pooh. Made a lot of steals, got some scoring for them, helped Sanders when he needed it, got some of the bigs involved. And it just showed that Eagle when they didn't have their A game, probably their B game. But defensively, they turned up and they grinded out that win. I mean, that's one of the most impressive starting fives I've seen in New York City, Eagle. I mean, they were very impressive.
Chase Beasley, another Brevard Basketball League player, as well as Ja'Kai Sanders. And we call Chase Beasley the smooth operator because he does it so smooth.
No doubt. And we got to talk about Eagle Bronx, Pooh.
Hey,
Break it down
let me
for
jump
us,
in.
man.
Let me jump
Great
in right here. Let me jump in right here. All right, we're gonna go right here to the whistle and let Coach Rose know. Oh, I do apologize for not having you on my top 10. Why would I ever question Eagle Academy Bronx? Okay. They came in to the season prepared to be one of the top 10 teams in the city and definitely should be in the top 10 discussions right about now because they defeated Truman last night. They done whipped on Stevenson, James Monroe, and the biggest win of them all was the Baylor School from Tennessee.
Talk about it, Pooh.
Man, that Baylor School was so tough. They have so many good ball players.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched them against Nazareth, who's a great team. They fell to them, I think, by 10 points. But then when you look at what Coach Rose had his team do to get the victory over them, man, you let them know right now that the city need to prepare for Eagle Bronx again because they're led by, well, it's a balanced attack over there, all right? So you got John Harrington averaging 24.5 points a game. DeAndre Gibbs averaging 19. Dave Kaba, 15 points. And Bradley Seguro, he's
X Factor.
kicking butt on the assists. He had 12 assists the last game they played. So this is, they're moving in the right direction.
And what do you think of John Harrington, Pooh? A lot of talk. He was just at a school where he could rack up numbers and blah, blah, blah. He's stepping up in the biggest spot, on one of the best teams in the PSAL and leading them in scoring. I mean, he's proven, coaches told me several D1s have been in to see him. He's looking like the truth, Pooh.
Man, against Kennedy, he had 21 points and 11 rebounds. So you already know he could do it on both ends. And when a kid can rack up points like that and get rebounds, that's talking major numbers right there.
Especially for a guard to be able to contribute in multiple ways. And, they're playing good defense. DeAndre Gibbs has been fantastic. I mean, one of the most underrated guys in the city. I told Pooh before this, I'm working on a top 30 unsigned senior kind of list. I'm going to maybe kind of do some other things with. And Gibbs is one of those guys who's probably going to be on that list. I mean, he's been fantastic to start the year.
Most definitely. I could definitely see that for sure. Listen, the game of the week, I'm letting everybody know right now, the game of the week is Eagle Bronx versus Eagle Brooklyn this Sunday, 4 o'clock at the Eagles Nest.
Wow.
I'm going to let y'all know right now.
Preview. My championship preview.
Listen, we're going to get a taste of it early. Coach Reichert, if you're not busy, I think you should meet me there. I'm definitely going to be in the building. So y'all going to get all the highlights next week because we're going to let y'all know this is the game of the week. So every week we'll be previewing a game of the week. And this is our first preview right here of the game of the week this Sunday at the Eagles Nest. Eagle Bronx versus Eagle Brooklyn. It is going down.
Man, that is going to be a monster matchup. The defense, the intensity. You know what? I might have to make a trip. Who I may have to get out in the city this Sunday. There might be no hiding from me. I might have to be there.
Please build the building. Look, we both show up, man. We're going to make it a big deal because they're going to know they're going to bring their A game and, oppress some people out there.
And then, Pooh, we also, I want to shout out.
Good hit.
I want to shout out South Shore. 2 quality wins this week. Like you said, Lincoln gave them all they could in that first half. The best part was listening to the Eagle Brooklyn Collegiate game, the buzz that Lincoln was creating in that environment. The fans were talking, South Shore is tied with Lincoln. You could hear all the fans mumbling about it. And, even though they fell short to South Shore, tonight, nice effort by your boys in Lincoln. And then South Shore put down Canarsie by 30, Pooh. I mean, this team is
hold on. Salute to Coach Montos in the back of me right now. Salute to Coach Montos. Oh, man, South Shore, they get the big whistle tonight. They smack Canarsie. Canarsie just haven't found their mojo at all, right? So they're taking a lot of heavy losses. Tell me some of the things that you heard about that game.
I heard that, South Shore just kind of dictated the pace from the start. And it's what I've been hearing about South Shore all year. It's what you hear about Coach Smoke. When you're playing South Shore, you're playing Viking basketball, whether you like it or not, and you are going to have to beat this team at what they do to upset them. It's a formula that works for them. They got such an impressive rotation. Like I said, I can't stop bragging about my guy Asher. You know how we feel about Kev. The guards have been stepping up, and this is something I wanted to maybe debate with you on the show because this is my current pick. But I have to, in my opinion, Pooh, South Shore may have the most impressive starting five in New York.
They definitely have one of the biggest,
It's
right?
big, but from
Definitely
from
big.
from 1 to 5, it's
Yes.
tough to beat.
Yes.
You know,
Well, what do you pick them to do? Are you picking them to finish? Because you got both Eagles in there. How do you squeeze South Shore in there?
I do. Listen, I love South Shore. I said that they'd be in my Final Four. I think I have them rated as high as 3. I think if you're gonna beat South Shore, you're gonna have to rebound extremely well. You're gonna have to hit a ton of threes against them. You're gonna have to bring your A+ game, and I think both Eagles A+ game is capable of beating South Shore, but South Shore's baseline might be better than both those teams, just because of the height, Boo. Between Brewer, Elson, and Kearney, that's 6'8", 6'10", and 6'8". It's an impressive front line.
Yeah, if you don't have any kind of inside presence, I don't think you're going to be able to beat South Shore.
It could get ugly quick, and Jago Robinson is playing off the charts. Sincere Folk is kind of keeping it all together. Brewer, like I said, has been fantastic since he's gotten there. And their bench is tough as nails too. So, that's probably my starting five. And I want to hear your opinion. And you may agree with me. You may throw somebody out. Give me another team that you see maybe a really strong five that could maybe at least match up on paper with them.
Again, I said it last week. On paper, Eagle Academy, Brooklyn, right?
Mm.
I need to. I'm gonna get to see Eagle Bronx play this Sunday. I haven't seen him play yet, but I know what Coach Rose and what he's gonna bring to the table. But for the team that I saw already, Eagle Brooklyn looks like a nice five. They have a great five, and I think they can match up on the back court and also in the front court, especially in the front court, because that's where South Shore is most strongest at.
So you like Ibrahim and I know we always suck at saying his name. Manguk Lock. Those
Yes.
two those two kind of guys against the big three of South Shore. You think they could
Yeah.
hold up? Because defensively, I agree with you. I mean, Luck is one of the best defenders I've seen. I just worry about offensively. Could Ibrahim and Manguk Luck kind of handle those three? Because they'd be a load, you know?
Yeah, I just think I would have to see them give more scoring power because beating Lincoln by 10 and they don't have a real inside presence at all, right?
Yeah.
They don't have an inside presence. They don't have anybody it's a great shot blocker. And just for them to beat them by 10, kudos to Lincoln and all the things that they pour out. But it
Yeah.
just shows that South Shore just needs a little bit more scoring punch. But I guess when you got Coach Smoke on the sidelines, anything can happen.
Absolutely. And they're a team that I think will continue to get better as the year goes on, and it's actually great that you brought up Eagle because it's almost like two different matchups styles. Eagles got the three guards, trapping full court, and South Shore kind of mix and matches with their length. So definitely going to be interesting to see those two teams kind of go up, like you said, Eagle BX. And those three teams are exciting. Now, if you had to pick a starting five in the Catholic League, who would you kind of aim toward as your ideal or best five if you could throw one out?
Man. Right now,
Mm.
I like Nas, but also like CTK. And I don't want to name my five right now until I see stepping that.
All right.
Because listen, you can't count Boogie out. Like right? You
No.
can't count Boogie out at all. And can you just remind me of some of the guys that he's playing with? You know, you got Danny that's still on that team.
Of course, yeah. They basically kind of roll. The thing is with Stepanak is their depth is insane. But yeah, it's Boogie, it's Danny, it's Braylon Ritvo,
Yeah.
it's Isaiah Jervis, it's the Ratliff twins, Jordan Gabriel, Josh Rivera, Isley Jr. They just have depth on depth. Hassan Karesi's another kid who I love, who's a stud. I mean, they're just loaded.
Listen, you talk about those twins.
Oof.
Those twins, that gives them so much size and so much depth.
Oh man, exactly.
Right?
And the freshmen they have is fantastic.
So
I
for
didn't
right
even
now,
mention Amir Sullivan. Amir Sullivan's another quality guard. Guy could come in and make stuff happen too. I mean, just a deep team, man. Deep.
man. So what I want to do, I want to transition over to the Ivy League, right? We talked about the PSCL, we talked about the Catholic School League, and we're gonna come back to Catholic and the PSCL. But I want to talk about Poly Prep.
Ooh.
Poly Prep was the Ivy League City Champs last year. And their star player, Connor Ego, he's only a junior. He proved last year in the Tom Kachowski Classic that he was one of the best players in the city as a sophomore. Now, as a junior, he's taking a greater leadership role. He poured in 30 points against Monsignor Farrow, who were the A Division state champions.
And he was fantastic in that game. His highlights were ridiculous.
Oh, man. Connor opened up with the game with a dunk, a block, and an assist in the first 2 minutes.
Oh, and then the film I saw of him against Horace Mann, just inside, outside, passing. There's a reason, this kid's the starting quarterback of the football team too. This kid's a dude, man.
He's a dog for real. Hold on, I think I have it right here. And Karim Kamara. Karim Kamara, that's the point guard. Steady defensive player.
Yeah, they're if their point guard is going to play the way that he's been playing, him and Thomas and Power is really going to stop it.
There we go. Go inside. There you go.
They're playing great defense too.
Let's go. Right? So you can see right then, he doesn't only does it on the offensive end, he does it on the defensive end. And Karim Kamara has improved so much. He has improved so much. And he's attacking more. He's been a lot more aggressive on the offensive end. He's always been a steady defensive player. So salute to Poly Prep.
Absolutely. That balance, the Poly Prep, is really going to make them a tough out. And, Connor, I spoke with him, caught up with Coach. There's over 16 Division I schools talking to this young man, begging him to play one sport, another sport. So definitely a guy to watch, in New York for the next couple of years.
For sure. Connor Ego, definitely in my top 10 right now, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Next school I want to talk about is Academy of American Studies. This school just got on my radar, and they're doing a lot of damage, Coach. They're doing a lot of damage.
I like it.
Yeah. They beat up on last year's champion, Scholar Academy. Right?
No
Who was
joke.
the B division, the reigning B division city champions.
That's a quality win.
That's a very quality win. They beat Infotech 53-26 and continue their undefeated season at 6-0.
Beautiful.
Right? Yeah, they've been doing some work. This year they led by Captain Giorgio Casillas. Hope I'm not killing your name, but you got some love tonight, Giorgio.
That's right.
20
Pooh, you
points,
know what I
4
want to ask
assists,
you
4
about?
rebounds.
You know what I want to ask you about?
Yes.
I remember you brought up a guy you've been wanting to tell me about, a young buck, Brooklyn Tech. Um, this young man I know you wanted to tell me about. Tell me a little bit about the
Oh,
Brooklyn Tech.
yes. Oh, yes. Tavius. Tavius Scott. Tavius Scott really impressed me last week. Um, I really should have mentioned him last week, but today I'm gonna show him some love because I watched the game where he had 25 points, 7 assists, and 9 steals.
Ooh.
This kid can flat out shoot it. He can handle, he can defend, he loves to pass and make his teammates better. New York City is gonna love this kid. Furthermore, he's a brilliant student in the classroom,
Which we
a
love to hear,
true
Pooh.
scholar athlete. Oh, come on, coach. It's something that we always harp about, right? He's a true
Absolutely.
scholar athlete from Brooklyn Tech. Such a young age. He's still got work to do, but he's hungry to learn, and he's going to be a future star. Under the tutelage of New York City great Elmer Anderson, I know
He's
this
in good
kid going to be a
hands.
star. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And hold on, here's a highlight of him right here. Let me just show you a few of his highlights. And the student body loves him.
Look at this young buck. That's a confidence.
Look at that defense.
He's going to be a crowd favorite for sure for the next couple years. Woo.
Man, salute to Tavius Scott. Keep doing your thing, young king.
Love that. And then, Pooh, I wanted to mention, for NYC Hoops, I do a weekly spot where I kind of break down, I make a top 10 list for Long Island. I basically should make it the 2 through 10 list because Lou High's number one no matter what. They could lose every game or probably
right.
put them one. It is what it is. Especially with talent like that. I mean, what can I say? They're top 5 in the country. Probably number one. I'll argue they're number one. No problem. But Chaminade with a nice bounce back win over Port Washington, who's 5-0. Port Washington has a real quality guard who won Conference Player of the Year last year, Trevor Amalfitano. He had 24 points in the loss. He was fantastic. Chaminade, though, back on track at home. Lost to Lehigh, had a nice win against Holy Cross, are coming together. The brothers are playing well. Gunther stepping up, and Joe Nas hitting threes. Chaminade's definitely going to be a team that's going to be in my top 10 probably all year long. And, they look like they could potentially win another Long Island Catholic League championship.
Salute to Chaminade. Very good team.
Always willing to play the city, too, which you got to respect, Pooh,
Yeah,
And then,
I know you have some Baldwin, right? You have some notes
yeah,
from
I was
Baldwin?
going to say another team I know you like with some terrific guard play. Baldwin knocked off August Martin in a nice non-conference win. They got really, really excellent guards. Peyton Howell's only a freshman, one of the best ball handlers in New York. Terrific vision, excellent IQ. He's almost like an extension of Coach Darius Burton out there, who always does a terrific job. And his star guy, Chase Timberlake, been racking up points, basically leading Nassau in scoring this year, and has really taken off. Baldwin is definitely going to be a team that's going to be at the top of Nassau and in my top 5 probably all season long. Another tough program.
Wow. Besides those two, who else is getting your attention that you say, you know what, I have to go watch?
Yeah, it's funny you say that because, besides Brentwood, who, just had like one game so far, they haven't really had many non-league stuff yet. Bayshore is on my radar. They are probably my top team in Suffolk. They got a couple of big transfers this year. And they have like a 3-headed monster of Christian Smiley Poo, who's about 6'6". He's the guy who's going to be on my top 30 unsigned seniors. Terrific scorer out of Amityville. Was at Amityville, now at Bayshore. An all Long Island player for probably 2-3 years. Um, the St. John the Baptist point guard Carter Wilson transferred back home. He's now at Bayshore running the point. He's another guy right on the D1 fringe. Excellent. Had 17 and 11 against Newfield. And another guy, Tate Bumpers, from Central Islip, another terrific senior, who I'm close with. I think he's a terrific kid. May prep, but Bayshore is another team loaded with talent. Could go up against a lot of city teams. So that's another team on my radar, Bayshore.
Definitely, definitely. Well, we want to highlight another team. We're going to move to the freshman level, the Captain School League. This is Salesian freshman squad that's coached by New York City Playground legend Shane Dribble Machine Woney and his son, Shane Woney Jr. They're doing an excellent job as first-year coaches. Of course, Shane is in the Hall of Fame as Salesian, so it only makes it right that he goes in and give those kids all the knowledge that he has and all the years and experience
How
that he
lucky
has
are those
playing
kids,
ball.
too? Could you imagine being on a freshman team? And listen, they have a wonderful facility. Salesian's a nice place. And he's a legend there. It's a great spot, and those kids are lucky. They're learning stuff that even the varsity's not learning. They're learning from a legend.
Early on, and they cracked over those new N1 sneakers. Man, yo, my guy Dexter over at N1, the New York City rep. Please, I need a pair of those, man. Hook us up. Hook us up. Yo, Shay, we giving you a shout out now. Those N1 sneakers are fire. We're
Come
gonna give them
on,
a big
man.
salute.
Get Pooh a pair, please.
That's
Please.
right. That's right. No, I can't front. They hooked me up a while ago. Had about 4 pairs of sneakers from N1. So salute to N1 and
Oh,
everything you guys is doing. Yes, I had to blow a tech. Ayatollah definitely. So I want to run down their team, right? They're 5-1. Their only loss was to Faro. They have a big man who's just started really playing ball. Marvel Hammett, 6'4", averaged 10 points, 6 blocks, 8 rebounds a game. And Shane said, look, he remind him of Eric Mobley. Salute, rest in peace.
ooh, wow.
He said, remind him of a young E. Mobley.
That's a big comparison.
If he gets it right, he said he's still in the beginning stage, but if he
Yeah.
gets it right, this kid is going to be a major force to reckon with.
Wow.
For sure. They got Joe Sicola, 5'7", could shoot the lights out, good IQ, averaged about three pointers a game, and had 24 in the third quarter against LaSalle.
Man, coach better hide some of those numbers, man. Those kids gonna get pulled up.
Hey, man, I think Lorna Shane did. Those kids will stay loyal.
Yeah,
for sure.
right.
K-Vaughn,
Probably right.
That's right. K-Vaughn Mitchell, 6 feet point guard, averaged 15 points a game and 3 steals. This kid can absolutely do it all. He controls the pace of the game and can defend multiple positions. Salesian look like they're going to have a good future. And Shane is always working. He's always working to build the next set of ball players. They usually, when he works with them, they usually move on to other schools when he's training them. Now they're training them, and he's going to get them right at Salesian. So that's awesome. And now you have.
Does he do anything cool in the summer? Does he do any camps or anything in the summer yet? Or
he has his training. He has his training camp that he does. I know he does that. And he's always working out kids. And look, I could bring Shane on here one day. He could tell you about all the kids who we helped transfer to the next level, skill-wise. So now he's doing it for his own team. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And we want to, last but not least, Jason Bonner, 5'10". He scores in bunches, dominate weak defenders, tremendous on ball defending. He's averaging 12 points, 4 steals a game. So salute to Salesian and both Woney coaches, for sure.
Yeah, that's a great story. Absolutely. Love that.
Yeah, so also I want to run off some scores from last week. I know you talked about St. Peter's with the big win. Archbishop Stepinac smashed Holy Cross.
Oh, yeah.
76-35. Lincoln on that lost to South Shore, but then they bounced back against Curtis the other night, winning in overtime. So that was a big comeback for Lincoln because, after going through the South Shore loss, they made sure that they was prepared to go out to Staten Island.
Yeah,
And
it's a quality win for them, and
yeah,
like you said, to bounce back after a game where you're throwing all your energy into, it's a nice quality win for them. Nice bounce back win.
yeah, AJ Solomon has 16 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Monte Mamarakishvili, I'm always going to kill his name. 16
I actually,
points,
it
9
sounds better.
rebounds,
It
3
sounded better
steals.
every week, Pooh.
Yes, yes. He had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 steals, and Arlen Porres had 14 points, 13 rebounds. So I like that bounce back. I like that bounce back. Have you heard anything about Cardoza?
The one thing I know about Cardoza is that Coach Niclario is my guy. Love Coach Niclario. And I'm hearing terrific things about Jordan Walker, their lead guard. I mean, he's
Jordan
he's
Walker.
he's legit.
He's definitely legit. And funny you speak about it because I know the dad and I know the brother. They're from the neighborhood. Jordan Walker's averaging 22 points a game. Oh, excuse me. He's averaging 24 points a game. And Cardoza is 4-0. They just beat
Woo.
High School Construction 63-33. That's a 30 piece.
Wow.
Okay.
And Construction's got a good team. I mean,
Listen,
they got a Division I point guard. I mean, that is a monster win.
that is a monster win. You
The
talk about
judges are no
Division I
joke.
point guard. Jordan Walker is definitely looking to put his name in a conversation with New York City's top elite players.
He's another guy creeping up on that top 30 list real quick, Pooh. If he keeps putting games together like that, he's going to be in the discussion.
He's solid. He's strong. He could shoot it. He could defend, right? He could rebound the ball. He's a great passer. So that kid has a lot of game with him.
And he's a guy you don't have to worry about, Pooh. When you send that kid somewhere, he's going to get it done. He's not going to screw around. He's going there for business, getting it done. So definitely a trustworthy kid. The judges are no joke, and Coach Niclario just racking up more wins.
And put him on the line, he's going to sink those free throws, even when the game is on the line. For sure. So now we want to move on to Epic South. Epic South was a team that just came on the scene, coached by Mike Beckles, and they made it all the way to the city championship in the A division, but fell short to Transit Tech. This year, they're coming back with a vengeance. They defeated Van Buren 78-63. Jamaica, listen to the score, Coach.
Yeah.
They beat Jamaica 82-17.
Oof. Yikes.
They beat Edison 62-27.
They are locking teams down, Pooh.
They beat Hillcrest 92-46. They beat Springfield 106-39.
That's
And
some of
beat
the biggest
Wills.
spreads I've ever heard.
And Will's the only one that gave him competition, 63-57. So that makes them 6-0.
Wow. Impressive start.
That's right. They got senior Daniel O. Ungale, 14 points, 8 assists. Senior forward Devontae Ward, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Senior forward Joshua Lewis, 12 points, 10 rebounds. And junior guard Dior Lagore, who played in a select game last year, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And sophomore guard Marquise Lloyd, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists.
Wow.
They getting points from all over the place. And can't
That's
forget
balance.
sophomore guard Nathan Bastillo with 11 points.
Wow.
That's
6
a
guys
balancing
averaging
fact.
10 figures. 6
Man,
guys.
that's crazy.
Yeah. In
That's
only
crazy.
how many minutes, Pooh?
And how many basketballs?
Yeah.
This is
That's
absolutely
impressive.
bonkers.
That really is. Holy smokes. Now, when did they play Transit Tech? You have any idea when that matchup comes around again?
I'll definitely find out real soon.
Yeah, maybe we'll find that out for next week because that could be a matchup. Whoa, man.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
The
That is going
over
to
under
be
might be 200 in that game, Pooh.
that may be our game of the week next week.
It could be. Definitely a candidate. I mean, and a rematch.
He said, I think somebody said, Eric Kinney said, I think Epic South lost to Brooklyn Law and Tech at the Hirsch Classic. I don't know if they played Epics. I don't know if Epic South was in the Hirsch Classic.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure of that either.
I don't think so.
I know Law and Tech business at the Gersh Classic, but I don't know. I don't know if they beat Epic South. I'm not sure
For
about
sure.
that.
Coach, you know who's my best backcourt right now in the whole city?
Who you got? Give it to me.
It's my best backcourt in the whole city, Coach. I'm gonna tell you. My best backcourt in the city is Yamani McHale and Ariel Little.
Ooh.
Name another backcourt that's going UMass St. John's. I'm waiting. I know our conversations are dominated on the boys' side, but
yeah,
whatever backcourt.
that's gonna be tough, man. I mean that's a pretty powerful combination right there. They might.
You got maybe
You
one
might
guy
have me
going
there.
Division One.
You might have me there.
I
Maybe
was fortunate. Maybe, but only Boogie right now signed to go to Kentucky.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, I gotta admit you got me there. We gotta shout out the ladies on that one, man.
Yes, I want to show them some love right now. Yamani McHale, Ariel Little, down there, letters have been 10.
That's amazing.
You can get the biggest Chanel like in the store if you want it. I gave them.
Right? Salute to them. Salute to them.
Two instant stars in college. Right.
Yes, indeed. They're gonna have instant impact. And who knows, maybe we could get another set of guards that's going to Division I schools.
Yeah.
Who do you see? Who do you think has a chance?
Of
I
going
wish I had my
D1?
Jeopardy music. Yeah, I'm playing my Jeopardy music right now. Like whatever two sets of guard. We talking about boys. We talking about boys too. Like let's
Yeah,
spread
I mean,
this out.
the only other kind of combo I'm thinking of is I know Luhai has a girl. I know Heckle's going to USC, and the other girls is going to Michigan. So that's pretty legit.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. That
By
is.
Swords, who's a stud. I mean, Luhai, the girls would give them a nice run, but boys, I mean, seniors in that backcourt, I'm gonna give it to the girls, man. Shout out the ladies, man.
No doubt. And since we're still on that, I want to talk about the Clinton Schools girls who are 7-2 overall, 4-2 in league play, Manhattan AA. All right. You got Giant Kelly's averaging 15 points, 4 assists, and shooting an astounding 85% from the free throw line. Kate Stanley, 14 points, and Sophia Tokaretsky. I know I'm killing your name. Yeah, listen, I'm not good with a lot of people's last names, especially you got so
even
many
your
different.
co-host last name, you barely. I don't even know if you even get that one right.
Reinhardt, correct?
No, it's Reichert.
Reichert. See, and we've been doing this for a minute now. We've been talking, communicating. He's been on the
I like
show.
you so much, I don't want to correct you. What am I supposed to do?
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. They're gonna get the raw. They're gonna get it raw for sure.
Exactly.
Pause on that. Pause on that.
Definitely
She's
a
averaging
pause.
7 points and 15 rebounds and 4 assists. Sophia is definitely. And look, Coach, I wanted to go back to the boys' side, right? Jefferson slipped past BK Collegiate. So they just took 2 tough losses and overtime losses as well. Jefferson beat them 64-59. Now, as much as we talked about Eagle Academy, South Shore,
Yeah,
we still got to include Jefferson in that conversation.
absolutely. They're absolutely right there. And I just think, they're a team that's almost like, one of the teams that has kind of been around each other the least, you know? So that's a team I think is going to grow. I think as their defense gets stronger with coach, they're going to get tougher and tougher and tougher to beat. And I think Spratley and Swan are superstars that just need to trust the rest of the roster, because there's a couple other really strong pieces on that team that if they can kind of push to that next level, Pooh, they could take that whole team to the next level, because like you said, they belong in that conversation 100%.
For sure. In that game, Connor had 17 points, 4 assists. Jada Swan and Trevor Lewis contributed with 13 points apiece. So you can see they're really trying to spread that out.
Yeah, absolutely, and that'll make it better, Pooh, when that's a team that might do better if they just focus as a team, and that if they just focus on their team success, Pooh, I think they'll be better if they don't worry about individual stats. That's what I think with that group.
For sure. Who is Rick Pitino recruiting? Eric, put that name in the chat.
Everyone, Eric, everyone who's a stud in New York, he's recruiting. He's all over it, Eric. He's on everybody. Everybody's got St. John's in their little list. They're really doing a good job, Eric. I'm telling you, they are. They're talking to everybody. They're making a serious push for Edgecombe. They're trying to get Pang from Christ the King. They're all over the young guys. As much as we want, them to get everybody, they're trying to build the right guys together. They got a Jaden Glover, so now they're trying to pair a nice guy with Jaden Glover. And then they'll keep building on that.
Yeah, I talked to my guy out in Long Island. I'm gonna keep him unnamed right now. It's
No
another
problem.
connected I have out there, and he says that Luha's not a top 5 in the country kind of team. He said when they play Mount Verde, it's gonna get a little different in those other schools. He said, I think people got hype off of them beating Oak Hill, which has a new coach, new system, new program, right? How do you think they're going to fare when they play against Mount Verde?
My only thing I would say back is Oak Hill last year. If you told me that, 1,000% right. This year's Oak Hill team, loaded, loaded, rebuilt, loaded, and Lehigh dominated them. I mean, Oak Hill had 4 high major Power 5 commits, and Lehigh shut them down. The thing that I see them being different is they have more depth than Mount Verde. They play more guys. They keep guys fresh. Their defense is fantastic. They're shooting extremely well. I think obviously Mount Verde is going to be extremely tough with Flag, but I think that they can handle almost any of those teams. I just think maybe you could say inside they might get pushed around a little, but they're so unique. They have so many different guys. They have so many talented guards. I'm surprised that your Long Island Connect is down on them. I think that this is their best roster they've probably ever had, top to bottom.
Well, I, when they play, please invite me out so I can see it for myself.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
I kind of get information from different people, but
of
I don't
course.
make it real until I see it myself.
Yeah, yeah. We're definitely going to get you to a Lehigh game. I just want to make sure we get you to a nice one where you get to see them play, and it's not like a 70-point blowout or anything. I want to make sure, because I'm pretty sure they play an Eagle. They play one of the Eagles. I know that. I had that game circled on my calendar, so maybe we'll see them play one of the Eagles.
Well, we definitely see that soon. Coach, I want you to take over for a few minutes and kind of explain to people what our goal is and kind of give our purpose here. And I know I wanted you to give it from your perspective.
Oh yeah, thanks, Pooh. Yeah, so me and Pooh are basically gonna have a weekly spot here where we kind of try and give love and promote and kind of go over all the scores throughout the week and give these kids their shine, their due, their credit, and not only the kids, all the hardworking fans that love the game and want this information, and college coaches and fans and other things like that. We want to just try and bring everyone together in the New York community basketball and just really, really show how great the community is, the kids are, the atmosphere, because this is one of the best times in New York City, in my opinion, in basketball. From the freshmen to the seniors, kids are terrific, tons of great prospects, great teams, great programs, great coaches. And, they're not getting enough love. There's no TV show, there's no radio show. So me and Pooh are doing this podcast as, two guys who love hoops that just want to bring it all together. And, I didn't know Pooh before this. This is someone I'm brand new with, but I just know that his vision is the same as mine and the passion. So that's why we're going to make this as big as we can and help out and touch as many schools as we can.
That's right. And we want to say pause on that too. Definitely. All right. Well, KP said, yeah, Brooklyn Lawn Tech did beat Epic South at Hirsch, 93-76. I owe Kenny P a visit. I definitely do. I spoke to him and told him I would come to the school. I definitely owe him a visit and definitely got to check out their games because I know that they're well coached and I know they got a stud in Siani, and I need to figure out and see who the rest of their players are so we can give them the shine that's very due because they're going to
Shout
shock
out to Yanni
people.
Arthur, man. Absolutely a
Yeah,
college prospect, smart, ready to go. No brainer. No brainer. No brainer.
definitely. Thank you, KP. I appreciate you. And I will be seeing you soon. Next week, I'm back on the road. Next week, I'm back on the road. This week, I kind of shut it down a little bit because I needed to get my rest. But next week, I'm outside for sure. Yes. So any last words before we get up out of here, Coach?
I just hope I might be seeing you Sunday, Pooh. We'll see. We could be in the nest. We might be in the nest, my friend. We'll see. I can't wait for next week already.
Listen, thank you, Basil. I appreciate you, brother. Listen, I'm going to say it again. The game of the week is Eagle Brooklyn versus Eagle Bronx. And if the people at the PSL had it their way, that would have been the championship last year. But Jefferson had other thoughts and got there. Maybe this year will be the year that they shut the city down. And let me tell you, the chancellor, New York City chancellor, is one of the founders of the Eagle schools, Mr. David Banks. If this happens, you're going to see a different New York City. They're going to promote this so well that I think they may fill up the Barclays Center.
Listen, as long as he knows that my preseason pick was Eagle versus Eagle, that's good with me, Pooh. Long as I get my credit, I'm good, Pooh.
Hey, listen, once I see Eagle Bronx, see, I have to see it. See, I don't go on anything just on paper. I have to see it with my own eyes to let everybody know, oh, this is for real. This is for real. So I know what Coach Rose has in store, and I know what he's, bringing to the table. Already seen what Coach Kevin Hamilton is bringing. Now got to see Eagle Bronx, and I think it's going to be epic. DeWitt Clinton may be a sleeper team. Definitely. I would love to see Clinton make a comeback because they have such a rich history. They are
Absolutely
the top dogs when it comes to city championship wins in New York City with 18. No
yeah,
one has
I was
won
going to
more
say,
city
don't they have the most
championships.
wins? Yeah.
Yes, the most wins, and they've been down for a few decades. It'll be great to see them bounce back and
Absolutely.
just reclaim their status, right? We don't want to put too much pressure on them. I think as they keep climbing and get to rebuild that program back, hey,
Yeah.
they might have a lot to say.
Love it.
For sure. And I don't want to leave my guy out here. Diego, appreciate you. Diego Milford mentioned Scotty Lee.
Boys and girls, man. He might be on my top 30.
I think they have to crank out some more wins, right? Because that's the whole purpose. You can have a good player in Scotty Lee, but they start cranking out those wins back to back and show that they can be taken seriously.
And Pooh,
even though we know
tough.
they coach very well.
Yeah, and that schedule's tough. They take on some tough squads,
Yeah, they're not going back down from anyone.
Absolutely. Scotty Lee and Coach ain't backing down from nobody.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're about to get out of here in a few minutes, man. I just want to say thanks again, Coach. Doing an amazing job and joining me and doing this podcast. I got a lot of great feedback. I want to say thank you to everybody out there. Everyone. I like the DMs. I appreciate them. Love the encouragement. I love to hear the coaches call and say, yo, we watched you guys. You guys doing a great job. Because like Coach Ryan Kirk said, you're not going to catch it on ESPN. You're not going to catch it on MSG. You're not going to catch it on News 12. You're going to find it here on NYC Basketball History, where we do the high school basketball weekly every Friday, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, all the support. I mean, I've gotten constant support, a lot of great things being said, and we love the involvement. Anyone wants to send us a message of who they like, who they want us to talk about, who to feature. This is a collaboration thing. Me and Pooh, we don't have egos. We're trying to support the kids. My thing is kids come first, and Pooh knows that about me, and he's the same way. We're promoting kids. This isn't about me and Pooh. This is about us promoting New York City basketball and helping these kids out as much as we can.
Who else better do it than us? That's right. Well, listen, brother, I want you to enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. If you can, you need to be in the Eagle Nest on Sunday.
Let's go.
Let's show our faces together.
You saved me a chair?
Definitely, I got you. What you should do, hit up Coach Hamilton. Tell him to hook you up with one of these, because I already got one. This is my free ticket to the Eagles Nest right here.
Love it.
For sure. So I'm definitely in the building. And make sure you're there too. Listen, Eagles Nest is not that big, so you got to come early.
I know that.
You got to get there.
The screen was shaking, Pooh, when I was watching.
You got to get there early for that JV game. That's how it's going down. So that JV game is going to be packed, and they're going to stop letting people in at the end of the fourth quarter of the JV game. Trust me.
Wow.
So if I advise you don't get there after halftime, you get there at halftime, you may not get in.
All right. You warned me at least. I've been warned.
For sure. For everybody out there, I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding.
And I'm Brian Reichert, NYC Hoops Rivals.
This is Basketball Heads, High School Basketball Weekly. Make sure you tune in every Friday, 8 o'clock. Hit that subscribe button. Get them likes up. I know it's going to be much more people watching this after we get off air. So salute to New York City. Salute to Long Island. Salute to the whole New York. We out of here. For sure.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.